this is how to turn your Instagram into a branded conversion ecosystem that turns new attention into paying clients and clients that you actually want to work with, and at the same time builds a personal brand you are proud of and connects you with really cool people. So let's jump straight into it. Now, as you can see from this beautiful diagram, another beautiful diagram, we are looking at this as a funnel, okay? So we are using Instagram and other tools as a funnel to warm up leads and turn them and convert them into paying clients. So how does this work? The top of the funnel is all about attracting. So we want to attract new leads into our conversion ecosystem. We then want to nurture them. We want to build rapport with them over time and then eventually convert them. Now, you might notice that the bottom of the funnel is as big as the top of funnel. Now, the reason for that is, of course, that this final section here, converting, is as important as the top. And what most people do is they focus on sales, they focus on getting, they focus on acquiring, but they do not focus on providing an amazing experience for their clients. But when you focus on this, we get a nice little arrow that goes back up here. We get recommendations, we get good word of mouth, we get referrals, and that feeds the funnel again, okay? So this is crucial, and a lot of people just focus on this top step here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the pen out, blue. So the top of the funnel is all about attracting and getting awareness on our account. Okay, so there's a few things that we need to have in place first. We need to have a really clear offer so that when we do get new attention into the top of the funnel and new attention onto our account or whatever it is we're using, it needs to be clear who we are. Now, I've gone through this in other videos, offer building videos particularly, that really explain in detail what you need to be presenting and how you need to be positioning yourself online to make it clear. So when people come in and they're window shopping, they know exactly who you are, how you can help them, and how they can work with you. That's really important. So top of the funnel, attracting here. This is when we get new awareness. We want to turn this awareness, we want to nurture it and convert this awareness into working with ideal clients. So there's two ways that we get attention onto our account, and both work well, but one we can really control. Now, like I said, you need to have your messaging on point, you need to have your offer on point, you need to have your account on point. Your content needs to be good, okay? So good content doesn't mean the best quality 4K amazing drone shots content. Good content means that it is valuable, okay? Good content means that it is valuable and it's providing value to your ideal client. So the whole point of anything that you post, all of the content, it should be giving value to prospects. Okay, so this is number one. This has to come first. Okay, without this, we can't have this. So this is number one. We need a good amount of short form content, minimum 9, ideally 12 at least, and then you need to be posting every day. If you're not really trying, okay? Now, from there, what we can also do is we can run top of funnel ads. Now, I have a really special script that works unbelievably well at getting new attention into your account, and it basically involves a very soft call to action, and it works brilliantly and it speaks directly to your ideal avatar. So this is very powerful, but you have to have a good offer and you have to have good valuable content in place for this to work. But this sees some amazing results. So from there we can use, now if any of you have read any of Russell Brunson's books, you will know about the Seinfeld strategy in terms of email marketing. So I like to teach and use something similar like this, but on Instagram and different platforms. This I find really works really well once people are in your ecosystem. So I'm not going to go and share too much source there. If you've read the books from Russell Brunson, then you'll know about it, and maybe you can guess how that is used on a platform like Instagram to change that awareness and nurture that awareness. Now, from kind of the ads and from the short form content, you also should be networking, okay, reaching new accounts that are in your niche particularly, you should be networking with, and that's going to build authority in the space. If you're commenting on and accounts that are also in a similar space, and importantly, they're commenting on your account, that builds a lot of authority, okay? that shows that people who are experts in the field all trust each other. So it's kind of like social proof. So also you need to have a very, very good, initially particularly, you need to have a very, very good networking strategy. Again, I teach some killer stuff to the people inside the program on how to network effectively with unbelievably cool people. So your Instagram is a great tool for your network, okay, and you need to be using it. But most importantly, you need to be providing value so that these people who you're networking with are excited to network with you. So you don't get this without being valuable, having something, being an expert, and then providing value through short form content. Okay, so two things that kind of go on here, all in the top of funnel. And then you also want to kind of start with some wide appeal, long form content. Now, initially I started with podcasts, now kind of focusing a bit more on YouTube, but some form of long form content is very, very important. And then one of those bits of long form content we're actually going to turn into a VSL, a video sales letter. Okay, and this is actually probably one of the things, maybe the most valuable asset I have made in the last 3 months is my one VSL. And I'm going to make another VSL soon. Now, some of you who are switched on will know how this has worked and how I've used the VSL. Some of you won't. Okay. But this has probably made me more money than anything else I've done in the last few months. Okay. Having a really effective VSL. And doing it in a way that is for kind of a very aware audience, maybe like a stage 4 aware audience, who are fed up of seeing those kind of click funnels redirected to a separate website, and it just feels off and scammy. So we do something that is very authentic and very valuable, that works really well. So we need to have a VSL. Now you can see here down this point, we're nurturing our leads. So we've got a new follower, they've come in here. Nurturing them, well, initially getting awareness through ads and short form content. We're kind of keeping that attention through networking and the Seinfeld strategy, and then also a bit more wide appeal long form content. Now, this wide appeal long form content is different from the VSL and this offer specific long form content. So the wide appeal long form content is more broad, is more general, perhaps shares a little bit more of your personality, and also it's just kind of appeals to a lot of people. Okay, it's not super niche. Okay, so this gives people more access points, again, because this is like a funnel. So a lot of people who kind of come into your ecosystem, your branded conversion ecosystem, they might not even know that like the solution you're offering down here is the thing that is going to solve their problem. They might come in and be like, oh, I resonate with that thing you talked about, mindset, or that thing you talked about, whatever. But they came in and they liked something, but they didn't realize that the solution you're offering is actually a huge benefit to them. So if you're only talking about this, like if I'm only talking about funnels and I'm only talking about kind of close rates and, you know, your ad budget, like if someone lands into this account here and like, it's just like, oh, this is what's your daily spend on your ads. People are like, oh, boring. Maybe that person's got some value, but I don't really know what they're talking about. So they're not going to stick around. So this short form content is more broad, and this wide appeal long form content is also more broad. And that's going to help nurture leads down to this point, because by this point, you're going to have spoken about your offer kind of multiple times, and they have an idea of who you are. Now, this depends on what type of personal brand and kind of ecosystem you have. So some people, you can be very specific from the start. Some people, that for some offers that works, that can work really well. But for other offers, it's important to be a little bit more kind of general, and I like to visualize that like a T. So Google have things called T-shaped people, okay, where they can relate to a lot of people on a lot of different subjects, and then boom, they can go really deep on one particular topic. And then, so this is how I like to see a personal brand, and I'm going to do a separate video on this, on T-shaped people. Personal brand is like a T. All of your interests along the top, all of the things that make you up. And now you could go deep on any of these, but when you have an offer, your offer is that one thing that you go deep on. So your personal brand is comprised of all the things that interest you, whatever it is, football, I don't know, but then you have one thing that is super niche and you are the super expert on, and that is your offer. Okay, because you're not going to have multiple offers here. That would be chaotic and just wouldn't work and be confusing. But you can talk about these things that interest you, talk about all the things you're involved with, but boom, you just have one offer that is the main thing. Okay, so yeah, but it depends. But some clients I get in, because what they're doing is so niche, it is actually good for them to just go really, really, really specific. So it depends. And this is why you need to work with an experienced mentor, because there's all of this advice online, but you need someone who's going to be able to implement it for your specific offer and your specific needs. Sometimes we get overwhelmed. All the information we need is there, but we need someone to kind of guide us through it and kind of use this information in like a very specific way for our needs. That's why working with someone is important. It's like you can read, like everything I know comes from books, comes from mentors, like, yes, you can be creative and there's a lot of creative flair in what I do, but all the information's out there. It's just kind of what you really, really need is you need someone who's put it all together for you to get you to a result in the quickest possible way, and also knows how to best use that information to help you achieve a specific result. That's what you need done with you. Anyway, let's go down the funnel a little bit more. So funnel, we've attracted and we've kind of kept people's attention. Now we've gone into a VSL where we've explained about our offer, and then we have more offer specific long form content, okay, which is like what you are watching now. Okay, so we have more offer specific long form content, which kind of, after you've been made aware of kind of what the offer is, how it works and how it's going to help you, then that's where you kind of want to find out more about it. So you can learn more about it. Boom, there we go. Okay, and then you need to have a very, very solid appointment setting sequence. So I have appointment setters in the DMs, trained up in a very particular way. And you also need to have someone who knows how to train appointment setters. That's important. So appointment setters turn this attention into a call. Okay, so into a call where you actually convert this attention that initially came in into a close. So after you've had a successful appointment setting sequence, okay, and they have been fully nurtured, you're either going to close in the DMs or you're going to close on the call. Now, the people who see the value in your product and are ready to take action, just close them in the DMs. They're ready to roll already. They're messaging you being like, where can I sign up? So sometimes I'll jump on a quick call, usually send a few voice messages, or just quickly jump on a quick Instagram call. So just double check that they're the type of person that I actually want to work with. Do the DM close and just say, yeah, cool, here's everything. There you are. They sign up, boom, they're ready to roll. And then we get on with our onboarding call straight away. Some people need to think about it and need to go over a few bits and find out more, which is totally fine. But that's when we do a call close. But by this point, they already know about your offer. They already know exactly what it is. They know how it can help them. They know how it's going to add a load of value to their life. They've watched a bunch of your content, so they kind of figure out and see how it will work for them. Boom. Cool. This should just be, and for most people that I get onto my calls, a few get through the cracks, but literally the majority of the people, so like 80% of the people I'm on a call with, they're already ready to go. They know all about the offer. They know everything that's going on. They know how it's going to work for them. They're ready to go. They've got the credits. They've got the credit card out, and they're just ready to roll. So that's good. And that's because they've watched a bunch of content and they understand how it works. Okay, so there's not too many questions. Some people are tire kickers and just not ready to take action, which is annoying, not gonna lie. Like, you know how it all works. So if you're ready to take action and want to implement this in your own business, or you're launching a business and you want to implement this, like, you know how this works. So if you're ready to take action and you want someone to literally copy and paste this into your business, let's go. It's as simple as that. Okay, your time's valuable, my time's valuable, so let's just take action, make moves, make money. Okay, anyway, so 2 ways to close there. Boom. Then we go into the one-to-one mentorship initially. So particularly if new clients that come in, if they haven't already got an offer in place. So some people I need to rejig their offer, and we can kind of put their offer into this and make it so much more efficient. But some people I am launching through my launch sequence. So those people, they will be picking up their first 3 to 5 clients. So I always say that they should give one-to-one mentorship for the first 3 to 5 clients, and then we can kind of diversify from there, systemize a few things. But It depends. People come to me at various different stages. Now, after this and after kind of doing our mentorship and going through our program, we can then build out more course materials, which are more valuable. We can then build out case studies, which help a lot. And then we can also kind of do more group mentorship. So there's various routes. And then from here, the business goes completely off. You can probably see I've got other diagrams somewhere. There we are, I've got all my diagrams here. So you've got other diagrams about how we systemize everything and then just literally turn this into an autopilot business. And essentially, this is how you build it up. So I wanted to just give you an idea of how you kind of build up your business. After you've done this and we know this works, so after you've closed 3 to 5 clients and we know that this process works, that when you get attention in, your content and everything you're doing is warming them up, you know how to close, and I have great trainings for this, I have great trainings for this, I have great trainings for this, I have great trainings for this. Literally everything you see here, I have amazing trainings for. And what we've done here is we've turned engagement into an audience, and we've built trust, authority, relationships. The relationship, don't know if that should say brand or not. Whatever. Okay. But basically, we've turned that relationship and we've converted it. And now, also, it's really important to say that the people who have come through this process, they've had to watch an awful lot of your content. So if they don't like you, they're not going to get to the stage where you DM close them or they book a call, because they'll be like, oh, I don't like this person. The chances are, if they like you, you're going to like them and you're going to be excited to work with them. And that's what's so good about kind of using content to build a relationship with people. Like, everyone I work with is awesome. I work with some really cool people, and that's because I'm a really cool person. No, I'm joking. It's because they've seen loads of my content. Well, I would think they're really cool because we're similar, you know? So I work with really cool people. I work with really, really cool people. It's great. And this is why this is so good. It's because you're not chasing cold leads. Like, you can't hide when you're making long form content. You can't hide who you are. Okay, you can't hide the value that you're providing. So the people who get through this far, they're like, yeah, I'm ready to roll. Let's work together. And you know, like, when you work on building a business like this, you do a lot of work together. So I'm so particular with the people that I take on. I'm so particular with the people I take on, because I know they might not know when they get started, but I know the amount of hours that we're going to be spending together building them a business that makes them a bunch of money. And we're going to become good friends. Like, we're going to build a really close relationship because we're going to be doing a lot of work and having a lot of sometimes difficult conversations together about how to, you know, things we should be doing, things we need to stop doing, whatever it is. You know, it's a close working relationship. Really love my clients. Like, I work with some awesome people. So that's what's so good about building it this way. You're not just like some people. So some of the systems, how they run, I'll say briefly, like a different funnel might be that, right, run an ad into a funnel and then nurture them through that external funnel, and boom, get them to kind of sign up at this point here through the funnel. Now, at no point have you had like a serious kind of interaction, either a conversation with the person you're buying from, or do you really know them that well? You haven't really got to know them over a period of time. They're just using kind of scarcity tactics and kind of time tactics to get you to kind of take action on something. This is a limited time deal that is only going to be available for the next 20 seconds. Unless you take action now, you will be lost forever. Like, it's just nonsense, okay? And the thing is, you won't get good results from those programs. You just won't get good results because they just used tactics to sell to you, and unfortunately, you fell for it, okay? Whereas here, and what you're building, the people who come to you, they really like you, and you built a relationship, and when you work with them over a long period of time, you know, you're happy to build the relationship with these people, and you're happy to serve. And when you're happy to serve someone, excited to serve someone, you're going to spend that extra 2 hours building something out for them or doing something for them that other people don't do, because you actually like the people and you want them to do well. So for me, this is just the perfect model for any sort of high-ticket coaching, any sort of high-ticket consulting, mentorship. This is the perfect model. One, it gets people into your ecosystem. And look, people might come in this month, and then 3 months' time, you close them. This isn't a quick game about quickly getting people through. You want to build these relationships over time, okay? A lot of people do see my content and they're like, right, this is dope. Okay, this is dope. This is dope. boom, boom, boom. And then within like 5 days, we're talking on a call and then we've signed up, which is great. But some people, they might have completely different things going on in their life. It's not the right time for something like this, but they're in the ecosystem. And over time, they're watching a bit of this and a bit of this. Then something happens in their life. Their boyfriend or girlfriend breaks up with them, so they're sad, whatever. I don't know, so they're not really doing anything. And they come back and they're like, oh yeah, I remember this. And then they watch this again. They're like, oh yeah, I remember this. Watch this. Watch a few more bits. Boom, boom, boom. Suddenly we're on a call. So this lasts over time. It's not like you get a lead and then you have to quickly rush it through a funnel. You're building something that you can work on over time. And that's the thing. All of these things you get better at over time. All of these things you get better at. You run better ads. You make better content. You understand this strategy. You have a bigger network. Okay, you've got more content. You've got more VSLs. You learn how to do a VSL effectively. More long form content. Again, you get better at appointment setting. You get better at closing. Your mentorship gets better. You've now got more case studies. So this whole thing just grows as you grow. This is why it's such a good model. This model is amazing. It grows as you grow. We can set this up straight away for someone who's just getting started. They've got their nice little funnel, and then all of their skills are going to get better. They're going to get better at everything. The case studies, the delivery, boom, everything grows. And we don't have to, there's a few people we can add, a few hires that we can add in, like we'll take someone off to take this off your hands, then we'll get a video editor to kind of take this off your hands, then at some point we'll get someone to take closing off your hands, and then there's various things that we'll take off your hands, so we really build it into a business. But it grows as you grow. The model doesn't change. The more you put into it, the more time and energy you put into growing your business, the more you level up in each of these skills, the more money you make. So there you are. I've given you some absolute sauce there. I hope that has been helpful, and I hope you start implementing some of these things. Look, I've given you a load of sauce here. The smart ones of you will go away and start implementing this immediately. So if you've learned something, go ahead, use it, and you'll see that it works. So you'll see that it works, and then me and you can talk on a call, and then we can start getting you to that 10K a month very quickly using this exact model. Now you know exactly how it works. Okay, I appreciate you. Peace. Have a beautiful day wherever you are, and I will catch up with you soon.